And welcome to the 2022 CSI Predator U.S. Pro Billiard Series. This is the Arcadia Arizona Open being held at the beautiful Casino del Sol in Tucson, Arizona. This is the first of 6 events scheduled for 2022, and we have a full field of players. 64 players vying for $75,000 in prize fund. The CSI Predator Pro Billiard Series has a total prize fund of $775,000 for the season. These events are held alongside the CSI State Championships in Arizona, Wisconsin, Las Vegas, Michigan, Ohio, Puerto Rico, and hundreds of BCA and USA Pool League members in attendance. Game is 10-ball, and we've got a great race for you. Match for you. Feder GORST and Roberto Gomez. Feder won this event last year, so he is the defending champion. Roberto placed 3rd in this event, 2nd in Ohio, 2nd in Michigan, and 3rd in Las Vegas.
Quite the record.
You didn't catch Las Vegas.
Quite the record.
Feder won this event. And here we are faced with 2 races to 4. Shootout if they tie. And this also is the last match of this evening, and the loser goes home. This is one lost side match, and the winner moves on to the final 16 for a redraw.
What a great shot he's played there! What a great shot that is.
That is Mark White that you hear on the microphone. And this is George Teachea bringing you live action from Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah, he came round and had a look at that 9-ball when he was going to bank that, just to see if he could get the carom on it, and he got it absolutely perfectly. So this is a great start, and he's perfect on this 4-ball as well. It's hiding right behind that 6. You can barely see it.
And once he's on this 5-ball, he's in a very good position to finish off the remaining 6 balls.
Superman is flying.
Yes, he is.
He's great. When he's in rhythm, George, he's one of them players that's great to watch as well, isn't he?
He's right about to say up, up, and away.
There's that Superman logo on the back of his shirt. Look. I don't know how they feel about that, Marvel Comics.
Who knows? 10-ball counts on the break. And also early 10 balls are a win. There is a 3-foul rule. We are sponsored by Alpha Crypto, Coins, Kamui, Seabirch.com, Billiard Supply, CueSports International, and Predator, as you see on the top of your screen there.
Perfect timing.
It's looking good. It's looking comfortable.
Oh, that work, and he's gonna miss a relatively easy 8-ball. Wow. And what a starter for Feder.
I'm amazed at this, how this table, the break and runs on this table, some of them have looked so basic, so and we've seen that happen time and again.
Well, I bet Feder can't believe his luck. He must have thought, I'm one down here and I haven't had a shot.
Well, he's basically saying, thank you, I'll clear these last 3 off for you.
Literally broke off, left. It wasn't an easy bank that Roberto made. It was a decent bank shot to get on the 2 as well. Absolutely perfectly run up until that relatively simple 8-ball, and he's just missed it. 10's going to go in, and it's going to be 1-0 to Feder GORST. Wow, what a start to this match.
Instead of the other way around, and Gomez broke those, right?
No, Feder broke.
Feder broke, yep. Okay.
Feder broke. You were hard at work doing your lovely introduction.
Yes, I was. I missed that a lot, so I have to ask.
I've got you back, George. Don't worry about that. I've got you back. So, yeah, this is the last game of today on the TV table. We will be back tomorrow morning again at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. That's 12 noon, I think, Eastern.
I believe
Is
so.
that correct? And we'll have another 6 games for you, and we will be down to the last 16.
The lag is very important in this match, as you just witnessed, which was won by Federer. It tells us who breaks first on the first set. The loser of the lag will break the second set, but more importantly, it tells you who goes first if there is a shootout and which side they shoot from. We've only seen one player defer and go second. Everybody else has wanted to go first.
Oh, the 10's on its way.
Again, 10 ball. Oh, look at this 1-10
Oh,
combo.
look at the 110. Federer can't believe it. Strolls back to his chair. He knows it's going to be 1-1. I don't think he's going to miss this.
See it? Can he see enough of it? He's looking at it, but there's a 3 ball that looks dangerously close to blocking it. Federer looks disgusted, so he's probably already walked by and said there is room.
Yeah, you were commentating on the match when Roberto Gomez played Mario He in that famous final. Mario He made 2 golden breaks and then an early 10, and then Roberto made one for himself, and there's one for himself as well. It is 1-1. Wow. So that was a very, very quick rack.
Well,
Roberto is laughing.
It almost seems like Roberto said, here you go, run these 3 balls. And then Federer said, well, here's one back. And they're tied at 1.
Yeah,
there's a 30-second shot clock.
That was unlucky, wasn't it?
Yeah. 30-second shot clock with a 60-second extension after the break. After that, they have players have a 30-second extension per game.
So here we go then. Now watch the break of Roberto Gomez. He's got this unusual way. Watch his back elbow. Comes up, twists around, and comes back down. There it is. So much power. And the 10's gone close again. Hasn't gone in though. He's made a ball, made the 3 in the side. Now then, let's have a look round. What's he got? He's got a nice 1-7 combo if he wants to bank the 1 across. No, he's going to play safety, not taking any risks.
He's going to come up high enough?
Nicely played, I think. He's an easy kick away, of course, but just didn't play it quite hard enough there, did he, Roberto? Lots of left-hand English. Try and kick the 1 ball. Oh, he can actually see it, can he?
I can't tell from
I think he can see it, you know. Look, the way he's cueing, he's not putting any English on it or anything.
So right back to put him in the same spot.
Exactly the same, as you were.
There you go. Your turn.
So he's called the 7 this time.
So he must be able to see it. He's going to go and play the
7.
No,
he hasn't, has he?
Yeah. Or is he going to go rail into the ball and down? Yeah, he tried to go rail into the ball.
Rail into the ball and flick off it and called the 7 just in case it went towards that pocket. So another chance then for Fedor GORST. 22-year-old Russian.
Federer is ranked number 2. Federer's only loss has been to Francisco Sanchez from Spain. You guys saw it on here. It was a high-powered match, and he lost in straight sets. Francisco played the best we've seen anyone play on this table.
Yeah, he really did play well, didn't he?
Other than that, Federer played Bert Czapla, a Polish player, and also played Dan Louis, a player out of the Northwest region of the United States.
Nicely played.
Won both matches.
Onto the 4. Just a stun back out into the middle of the table. For the 6 into the top left. And it looks pretty routine here to take a 2-1 lead. And it goes. And quite a tall young man. Had no problem reaching this one. And you see the backhand. Watch the backhand. Just opens up. Nice loose grip on that cue.
Great fundamentals. And that man with a jump cue is one of the best in the world.
Yeah, really is one of my favourite players to watch. Just a kind of, I'll tell you what it is with this guy, George. As soon as I watch him play, I want to go and play because he makes it look so easy and so beautifully smooth and fluent. Makes it look too easy sometimes. I'm sure you're going to see him win many more world titles as well before he's finished.
He's going to have some competition.
And
we'll
we're
go
going
to a
for a
break.
break.
We'll be right back. And we are back with Federer GORST breaking the balls, leading 2-1 in the first set of this one-loss side match. Winner moves on to the final 16. The loser of this match gets to go out to the casino and have a adult beverage.
Federer put a little bit extra into that. He's done something he hasn't been doing. He jumped up slightly and flicked that back leg out like a movie star getting a kiss. Do you remember those days, George, in the old black and white days when they used to kiss and they used to flick their back leg up?
Good old Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah, Audrey. Good old.
One of my favorite movies, Moon River. Oh, it was Breakfast at Tiffany's, excuse me. Theme song was Moon River.
Yeah, just push two. He won't mind Fedor having a go at this, I don't think. Just wondering if that two does go past, would he risk slow rolling this, George, into the corner and leaving the gap between the 5 and the 8?
And shooting
Or
at the two?
he's let him have another go at it. Not interested.
I don't know that I would. I would follow this ball up and find that gap between the 2 and the 8. I'd look up and see where it's at, and I would take a shot at it. At worst, I'm going to have a kick on the deuce. At best, I'm going to have a shot to get out.
Right behind this, look, bird's eye view. Oh, he's caught the 6 ball. Oh, and look at this. He's potted the 1, but the white's got it before it. Wow, that couldn't have gone more wrong.
They're smiling. They're both talking
They're both having a laugh. It's all played in good fun. And during the break, Roberto was having a laugh with us, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. He was looking up, and I think he accused me of falling asleep.
Yes. Some funny things happen. That needs to go on the show reel. So chance and good chance here to get on the hill for Fedor GORST. Well, just a little bit too far. He's okay though, because the 4 ball is right down on this back rail, look, behind the 10. Just needs to negotiate the gap between the 5 and the 8. Maybe he might even become 9 and the 8 if he can draw George off the side rail slightly. What do you think?
I think he can cut this ball and come right underneath the 8. Doesn't want to bump the 9.
It's a thin one.
Unless he decides to go underneath the 9 too.
That was so thin.
Above.
Oh, what a great shot.
That was a great shot, yeah.
Brilliant shot.
Good shot.
That's what you call knowing your angles.
Yes.
Terrific.
And knowing he was cutting the ball to the right side of the pocket.
Look at them eyes on the prize, and the prize is the 4 at the moment. The big prize is 25,000 lovely green dollars. What would you do with $25,000, George?
Put it in the bank account and decide what I want to do later. I'd add it to the $10 savings I have.
You think I believe that? So he's going to cut this down the rail. Guaranteed to be on the 6, of course. Oh, what a deft little touch that was. Beautifully played.
Well, Federer's looking like himself. We saw him on this table in 2 matches prior to this, and that's not the Federer we saw.
No, he was well out of sorts in his last match on here against Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Ruiz took full advantage of it as well.
That's a pretty shot. That was a very pretty shot.
Yeah, and now just hold it for the 8 in the side. This is really, really good stuff here from Fedor. Just stroking them around, no effort. Everything nice and still, in line. Just a textbook player. And I'm sure he'd be very unhappy to see his good friend Rich Moon going out today.
I just saw Rich. In fact, he's right over there.
He's having so much fun. We're talking about a guy that came, and he's only a 460-something Fargo, came to play and got to play with Fedor all night long.
Just to go ahead, 3-1.
Yep, and it goes. He's on the hill already in pretty quick time. And he's looking very, very smooth, George, here.
We have a few other matches going on right now. We have Nicholas de Leon versus Kang Lee. And then we have Carlo Beato versus Dennis Grabe.
Wow, that's a good
match. They were real tight in the first set when I saw them a little while ago. They must be well into the second set. And maybe we should take a look at that.
Just a word about the referee as well, John Lehman. He's been here all day, racking the balls, concentrating, of course, on the table.
Been working hard, hasn't
he? He certainly has. And the cameraman also, who's stood there. All these pictures don't just come to you by magic. There's somebody doing everything.
Carlo won his first set 4-3 over Dennis.
Well, they didn't seem to break very well, those balls.
No.
He's made the ball. He's made the 9, I think it was, in this corner pocket. And he's got a shot at the 1 as well. 2 is there. 3 is over that. Well, there's not a problem here, George. Simple.
It's looking good. This young man strokes the ball very clean, very straight.
Let me ask you a question. If you could have the stroke of any player, the mind of any player, the know-how of any player, and the temperament of every player, who would you pick?
That's the easiest question you've ever asked me.
Is it?
Yes.
I'd like to ask easy questions.
Yulong Chang.
What, all 3 in him?
All 3.
Wow. Oh, it's wobbled. It's in, though.
Tony Robles knows him as Patrick Chang. I didn't know that was his American name. You know who I'm talking about?
No.
All you have to do is watch him play once.
Oh, he just beat the shot clock there. He's quite nonchalant about it. Oh, how well's he played this? That is brilliant. Perfect shot. Looks totally in control, doesn't he, in this match?
He really does. Just a complete opposite of what we saw in his match here against Francisco Sanchez.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And then we saw him, well, we saw him against a player that he wasn't even concerned.
Oh, Bart Schopler?
He wasn't concerned. The young man is a player starting to play pool, aspiring pro with about a 630 Fargo that was way off of his game.
I had a little chat with him at the water fountain earlier, actually.
Seemed like a good guy.
He is a good guy. Yeah. Nice and friendly. Another talent out of Poland. Fedor in this mood is unstoppable. And he's just 4 balls away from 4 racks, which will mean he will be 1 set to 0 up.
In this frame of mind, he's found a way to flip the switch. Nice look at the Predator lights on the reflecting off the balls, off that 10 ball, for instance. As you look at the TV table.
I always think, George, that's the big difference between a real top-class pro and the maybe not so high pro, is they seem to have this extra gear that they can just find when they need it. You know, that, like you said, flicking a switch.
It's that competitive spirit.
Yeah, and he's just done it. I mean, it's just a flawless, really a flawless performance in this first set from Fedor. So he can just float this cue ball over for the 10 into the same pocket. That's the 8 ball. And there you see him standing
balls
behind.
for the first set. Just follow this down.
Yeah, I like the fact that he got up then, realised he wasn't quite on the line, get up, start again.
Both balls to the same pocket.
Absolutely perfect down the rail, and this 10 ball to take the first set. And I think, George, we're going to be going for a little break, and then we're going to come back with set number 2. Are you ready for it?
Sure, the sponsors need their time at the table.
And in it goes.
Second set, different breaker. Roberto Gomez to break, leading off the second set. And Roberto is just now walking in to about have his cue. Gomez sponsored by Predator.
Looks like a jigsaw puzzle, his shirt, George. Wow.
He unleashed a fury there, didn't
Oh.
he? And I think it's dry with a straight-in shot on the 1.
And look at this. What a chance now to get off to a great start. He's got a 4-6 combo if he needs it. And not a difficult shot to get on this 2 ball either, George. Literally just pot the 1 ball, and I think you're going to be on the 2.
Yeah, 4 would be a problem, except that the 6 ball is rather available for a combo.
There you see, just floated in, absolutely perfect. This is a man on a mission.
He sure appears to be that way, doesn't he? Wow.
Yeah, earlier on today, something just didn't look right in him. His demeanour wasn't, you know, it just looked a little off.
I think somebody told him what the prize money is.
It's gone a little bit too far
Said, wait
here.
a minute.
we've seen him, how he can control that cue ball, playing nice, deft, little slow drag shots, and still getting the cue through the ball. And that is a secret, you know, still get the cue through the ball. He's been across twice, is he? Yeah. Oh, this is a man-in stroke. Okay, would have liked to have gone maybe a little bit further, but you'd be expecting to make this, George.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, the feather I'm looking at right now, Mr. Gomez has his hands full and then some. You may as well get comfortable in that chair. I'm sorry, but he's just looking that good.
Yeah, have we had somebody run out a set?
No, we've only had one.
No, I mean in the tournament. Do you remember anyone running a complete set at all?
No. Mario Heat came close to it with his 2 breaks and a combo.
He did, didn't he?
That was in Ohio.
Yeah, and that would have been the quickest.
Yes, that was the quickest.
It was the quickest set, but it would have been the quickest 4-pack, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
4 in a row.
I'm surprised, but not at all, actually. It's just...
This is just so nice to watch, though.
Something clicked off in his mind, and it's just... he's taking dead aim and no prisoners. He's just looking like a stone-cold killer. Does he want to move to 9?
Well, what you mean play? No, I don't think there's any need to. And there is a very worried looking Roberto Gomez at
that. He's just sitting there going, okay, dude, let me know when I get up.
Well, he was teasing you about falling asleep during the interval.
He might fall asleep in a minute. He doesn't look like he's falling asleep. He looks intense. He just can't wait to get out of that chair.
This is just...
That's how I thought he'd play it.
Beautiful.
I don't think the side pocket's available.
Absolutely fantastic. Pinpoint accuracy on his position throughout. Just run this through. And he'll be going 1-0 ahead in the second set.
He's even got Jerry Bryce leaning over to watch the shot. This position is absolutely perfect. Game number 1 will go to Fedor GORST in the second set. 3 more to close it out. And as you said, Mr. White, he appears to be a man on a mission.
Yeah, it's just, I can't understand how somebody can look like he did earlier on and then come back a completely different player. I mean, you wouldn't think it was the same person.
Well, I mean, I think everybody out there that plays pool knows that from one time to another at the table, your attitude can change. What can bring it out? An opponent, a certain opponent, fear of losing. You hate losing.
We're going to grab you some scores during the break after this next rack. We'll grab you some scores from around the arena. There's a few important matches going on. Fedor GORST to break then. 1-0 ahead. Rack number 2, second set.
Well, as these balls are moving around, Beato is tied.
I don't think there's anything down.
Nothing?
No, nothing down.
Beato won the first set. They're tied in the second at 1 game. Oi won the first set over Atencio, and they're tied in the second set at 2. De Leon lost the first set to Kang Lee and is up 3-1. those are the matches going on.
Thank you, George. Yeah, Roberto had a go at the one down the rail, thought it was a big pocket, but it wobbled, stayed out, and now an easy safety behind the 8 or the 2. Just thin it off the 1 ball, send the 1 ball over by the 5 and the 9. That's even, well, he's gone and caught that much too thin, but I think he's got cover. Yeah, that's just as good. Roberto coming to the table again with this one rail kick, trying to, he's called the left-hand corner just in case.
Oh, close.
Great effort. Is he
Actually,
going to
it's
get
pretty
behind
good.
the 8 ball?
He's
No,
gonna...
he had the English on it. It twisted it back out again.
Yeah. Of course, he'll just send the cue ball over by the 9.
A big wall of balls there, George. The 10, the 3, the 7, the 9. I think he's going thin off the other side of it, look.
And he's going 2 rails behind the 2.
Yeah. He might even catch a 3rd. Oh, look at this. Look at this for a shot. Unlucky that he's still got cover. That was a tremendous shot.
One of my favorites.
Has he called the 10? I would. Oh, that's a good strong hit. Needs a bit of luck. Has he got it? No, he hasn't.
Kicked it well, but he kicked it into an open part of the table. As you said, he needs a little bit of luck.
Yeah, he didn't get it, did he?
Nothing to get lucky with.
This is the first of 6 events this year. Big season 2022. Huge prize money on offer in the CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series. We're here in Tucson, Arizona now, of course. The next one we go to, freezing cold, Wisconsin. But we're hoping for some hot action there, George.
Second week of February,
and
Wisconsin.
Then we go to Las Vegas for the Super Billiard Expo, and that's going to be amazing. I'll leave George to tell you all about what's going on there.
That'll be the biggest one. CSI is a parent company of BCA and the USA Pool Leagues. The BCA has their World Championships. The USA Pool League has their National Championships. In addition, there is the Pro Billiard Series with 128 players. And then the Predator World 10 Ball right after that with 64 players from all around the world. That's an invite only. Then there will be the World Cup of Billiards. And then an AWBT women's tournament.
There's like a season
is that
there.
Going to be the first Alpha tournament?
Yes, it is. And there's like a seasons of events all at one venue.
Alpha is one of the new sponsors that has come aboard for the Pro Billiard Series. It's Alpha Crypto, Esteban Robles.
Yeah, and while you were explaining the season or the event at Vegas, Fedor GORST hit an absolutely beautiful shot on the 1, drew off the side rail, finished perfect on the 2, and now looking like he's going to be going 2-0 up in the second set. There's a great song, George. What a difference a day makes. What a difference a few hours has made to this young man. And Roberto just sitting there, can do nothing really but just admire the artistry that Fedor's showing. Beautiful.
He's gotten a little straight here, and you just saw him reach down and say, well, what happens if I get right here? Can I cut it into the right-hand corner? It looks like he can, and it looks like he'll go right between the 9 and the 10.
You might play this in it yet. Just stop it as soon as you can.
He's going to weave that ball right through that little slot in the 9-10 and come up for the 8.
Going to steer it like a ship down the Suez Canal.
He's going to drive it well, I tell you. This will be a very pretty shot. Just a hint of right English so you can wrap out of the corner for the 8 in the upper left.
Wow. A little bit close to the side rail it's going to go, but 9 ball inviting over that corner.
This is what you get when you wake a sleeping giant of the game.
I think it's fair to say he wouldn't have been very happy with his performance earlier on.
He wouldn't be leading 4-. He wouldn't have won the first set 4-1 with his performance earlier. He said he wouldn't have won his first set 4-1 with his performances earlier.
So this just draw around the back of the 10 here, I like. Turn into the same pocket to go 2-0 up. And that's absolutely perfect, just a little bounce off the rail.
We'll take a break after this 10 ball to run some, to pay the rent, you might say.
And in it goes with the back.
The Arcadia Tucson Arizona Open. Federer GORST to break the balls, leading 2-0 in the second set after winning the first set 4-1. The man looks unstoppable. But that break put some brakes on there for him. It's dry, kind of like the Arizona weather, or climate. Although it's pretty rainy out here today.
I was going to say, you promised me rain the other day.
Today or tomorrow, you'll have it. Go outside. Take a look.
I haven't been outside since I got here.
It looked like it when we took the break this afternoon when we walked outside. When you were commentating, I was outside.
Fill them lungs up with some nice fresh air, George. So here we go then. Should we run the cue ball up the table? Oh, this is a great shot. This is very well thought out. I like that. Okay.
Can you see it?
Yes,
That's the question.
can, but you know, it was a really good attempt. The idea was nice. How much of it, I'm not sure. Whether he can get to the edge of it to actually make the one ball. We'll soon see.
Guys are laughing. He got a good bump on that and hooked him. He'll kick to the bottom rail and send the one ball up towards the 5, hopefully.
Yeah, that's a great kick. Got cover. I think we might see the jump cue from the jump master. Oh, he's kicking, is he? Two railing this. 2 rails. Kick it. That's why he called the side pocket, of course.
It's coming in tight.
Hold on to your hats, George. We're coming in low. Got it a little bit thinner, but he's left a shot.
What's he laughing about? Is he mad at me?
Shrieks of excitement from the background, and that's because we have the Arizona State Championships going on also. Over 500 players here now. The team event is going on in the background.
Yeah, you got about 300 of them here right now. Well, we finally see Roberto at the table. Superman is in deadline for this 2 ball. And he's got to get down for this 3.
Not sure if the 3 goes between.
No, he's coming down for it. He's going to follow to it. Just like that.
And slides past the 10 ball. Just draw off the side rail, back out again for the 4. Played it very nicely. And this is perfect, George. Draw between the 8 and the 9.
Just watching Roberto working. Mark couldn't believe I was being quiet.
Oh,
boy.
He's caught the 8. Has he had a little bump? I can't see.
He got enough of a bump. I didn't think he was going to get it.
Fedor sees the funny side of it as well.
Yeah.
I suppose when you're 1 set up and 2-0 up, it's a little bit easier to see the funny side.
They were laughing with each other just as, on the last track.
Although things can change, as we've seen, haven't we, George?
Mm-hmm.
It only takes 1 shot sometimes to change the entire match. Perfectly in shape.
Boy, did we see that in that match we had a couple matches ago, huh? And the last match, actually.
Ruiz, you're talking about yeah, when he missed that 9 ball.
Mm-hmm.
That was bizarre, wasn't it? Yeah, I like that little shot he's played there. Beautifully played. So it looks like we're going to go 2-1. This is not dissimilar to the shot we were just talking about, actually. The Ruiz 9-ball. He chose to just float this down, and he has gone the right way, in my opinion. Put a bit more into it and come behind it. I like the way he played it, and that's what Sanchez was showing us after he'd missed it. And in it goes. So finally, Gomez gets a rack on the board. He's only his second one of the match so far. Have you got any scores for us, George, from around
Scores
the area?
for us from around the area?
Scores.
You want to hear me talk? Is that what it is?
I want to hear that those lovely dulcet tones.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
My computer went blank.
A bit like my mind sometimes.
Yeah, pretty much.
I need
like
a
mine,
reboot.
I mean.
I need a reboot sometimes.
Nicholas de Leon won his second match and lost in the shootout to Kang Lee, 3-2 in the shootout.
Wow, Kang Lee going well.
Oi, on the other hand, won the first set, lost the second, and lost in the shootout to Jesus Atencio. And Carlo Beato and Dennis Grabe are... Oh, they're in the shootout right now. They're still going.
We've got a shootout going on the outside, so we'll let you know about that. Back to this match. Roberto Gomez to break, and he's breaking full on, look, right from the middle, the 10-ball break. Let's have a look at this break. Watch the elbow at the back. There it goes. Comes up, turns. He's stopped that cue ball, dead almost. Got kicked though. Has he got a shot on it? No shot, but he can see it. How do you fancy bouncing this off the 6, or is the 6 too far out?
I think it's too far out, the way he's coming in. It might go. It could.
I fancy that.
He has to use some high English on
what
this.
he's called.
So.
He's probably just playing safety. Yeah. Well, he would have liked to have got that cue ball a little bit tighter. He's left an easy kick here. Would have been much better to get that cue ball glued to that 6-ball. All of a sudden, the atmosphere picks up in the ballroom here.
It's getting loud in here, isn't it?
It is getting very loud. It's like being at the Moscone again, George.
Oh, no, it's not that loud.
Oh, that's a nice kick. I think we're going to see the jump cue.
And he finds cover.
Yeah, the jump cue is straight out. Superman is going airborne. He's going to fly, George, straight over this 2-ball. Calls the one in the corner.
The old Superman movies. He always had to find a telephone booth to change clothes in.
Yeah.
We don't have one here. No more telephone booths.
We've got a commentary booth, but he ain't coming in here and getting undressed.
No.
Well,
not on my watch.
So 1 ball then. I like drawing this off 2 rails now. Or can he just go through the gap of the 5 and the 10? Maybe he can go through the 5 and the 10, but he's been going towards the side pocket, George. How would you play this?
I would draw the ball. I would draw the ball 2 rails to the center of the table.
Yeah. That was my first choice, and it's Fedor's first choice.
It's just coming straight up.
Just come straight up. Keeping it simple.
Yeah, my direction isn't quite as good as his, and I would not risk getting behind the 9-10.
Yeah, it's a real feel shot, that one, isn't it? You have to feel it.
And plus you don't want the angle. You don't want a steep angle on the left side if you bump the 9.
Now, do you risk just nudging into the 8 here?
He can follow right into it.
Yeah.
I think he's going to come around the 6.
Wow, the cue power there. He actually held it off the rail. Tremendous cue in the game.
And now down for the 5. As long as he goes, he might use the rail just above the side pocket.
just like that, George.
There's 2 ways to play that. That probably is the best and safest.
You can probably get round the back of the 7 here as well. Nicely played again, in total control, as he has been for much of this match. And if he can take these last 5 balls, George, he'll be on the hill to take the match.
Yes, he will. I don't see Roberto able to stop him unless Federer makes a mistake. But it's very possible we don't see Roberto at the table anymore.
Yeah, Federer would be hoping so. Perfect on the 7, perfect angle once again. And I'll tell you what, I'm so excited to see what the draw's going to be, and it will be made tonight sometime when all the games are finished, and it will be going up onto the CSI website.
And you know, that tournament bracket that they have now that's with the live scoring, it is absolutely great. The improvements they've made to that is fantastic.
Well, he wants a little bounce here. Well, it's sort of okay. Can go around the back of the 9 and the 10. And probably leave it into the side.
Yeah, that's where he's looking at, exactly. My question is, will he play at 2 rails?
I think he's going to hit just after the side pocket, George, and then come
back on the bottom side.
Yeah.
Now Yuki Oi exciting the crowd.
And he's played this to absolute perfection. Brilliant shot. Can play it in the corner or the side. Probably to the corner.
He's undecided. That's dangerous for any player.
Maybe even just nudge into the 10 here, or go nudge past it. Wow, what a confident shot that was. And that is a man in stroke. Tremendous shot.
To go 3-0.
3-0. And we're going to
break.
go. Yeah, that's where we're going.
That's right, we're going. And we are back with both players rather distracted. We're watching a shootout between Naoyuki Oi and Jesus Atencio. They are at 14 straight shots in a row. They were tied at 7. I think they're now tied at 8. shots. And keep in mind that cue ball is way back in the back.
And I'm telling you something, even Fedor Gorst and Roberto Gomez were craning their necks watching. We nearly didn't get back in time because everyone, the whole room, is now watching this shootout, and it's still going on, and we'll keep you up to date.
8-8.
But back to
9-9.
Back to this one now. It's 3-1 Fedor Gorst.
They've
and
both
he's at the table.
They're tied at 9, and Roberto, before we started, we came back on the air, says, "Forget about this for a little bit." So gives you an idea of the power of the shootout here, the draw that it has. I think he's shooting his 10th shot right now.
Who said this was boring? So Fedor then nicely onto the 3.
As you can hear, he made that one. That was Jesus Atencio. Now Yuki Oi to respond. Who went first?
So Fedor nicely on the 4, and this is to win the match, George.
So if he runs these out, there's no shootout here, folks. Sorry to tease you.
That one might still be going on, George, and you can get back to it.
It could.
We'll commentate on that.
We can't turn the camera,
there
though.
You see Fedor looking over, and he's still watching the shootout.
Well, he's on a 30-second shot clock. it's buzzing away.
He hasn't got time to watch the shootout. He's got to finish a game here. Who said this format was boring?
I don't know about boring, but look at this layout. There's a good way. There you go. Gives you an idea of what's going on over there. Roberto figures Federer's out here. I'm going to watch this shootout.
Great entertainment here in the Casino del Sol Ballroom in Tucson, Arizona.
The only man able to focus here is Fedor Gorst.
Yeah, even Roberto Gomez. Look at Roberto Gomez. He's watching the shootout. He doesn't care about this match anymore.
7 ball, 8 ball. He gets good on this 8 ball.
I hope he clears up.
Roberto might say these are good. Can't do that, though.
Okay, let's get back to reality just for these last 3 balls then. 8, 9 and 10, and it is going to be a 4-1.
Oh, and he's perfect on this 9 to come down. 4-1, 4-1 if he finishes these 2 balls.
And goes the 9, perfect on the 10. The handshake comes, the fist pump comes. It's 4-1, 4-1. We're back tomorrow, 10 a.m.